I don't remember the last time I felt the sun on my face. I mean that. I'm not being poetic. I literally cannot remember the day I opened my window and thought, this is nice. My name is Adam. I'm 32 years old. I have a job. I have a friend named Liam. I have an apartment. On paper, everything was fine. But paper doesn't tell the truth. The truth is, one day, everything stopped. It didn't happen with a loud noise. There was no accident. No one died. One morning, I opened my eyes, and I felt heavy. Not my body. Something inside me. Like someone put a weight on my chest while I was sleeping. I thought it was just a bad day. Everyone has bad days, right? So I stayed in bed for an extra hour. Then 2 hours. Then the whole morning. I told myself, tomorrow will be better. But tomorrow came, and the weight was still there. It was heavier. I looked at my phone. Liam called. I watched the screen light up. I didn't answer. I couldn't. My thumb felt too heavy to move. My voice felt too far away. I told myself, I'll call him later. Later never came. That's when I noticed him. A small black monster. Sitting at the corner of my room. At first, I thought I was imagining things. But he was real. At least, he was real to me. He was small. Dark. With 2 yellow eyes that never blinked. He didn't move much. He just sat there. Watching me. And then, one day, he started whispering. Not with a voice you can hear. But with thoughts that felt like my own. He whispered. Why get up? There's nothing out there for you. Liam doesn't really care. He's just being nice. He'll give up on you soon. You're not sick. You're just lazy. Everyone else can function. Why can't you? And the worst part? I believed him. I stopped showering. I stopped eating. I made coffee one morning and let it sit on my nightstand until it became cold. I watched it get cold. I watched the hours pass. I didn't drink it. The curtains stayed closed. Day and night became the same thing. Dark. Silent. Still. I wasn't crying. Crying would have been something. I felt nothing. Emptiness. Like someone had taken everything inside me and left an empty room with no doors. I looked at the ceiling for hours. Sometimes I counted the small cracks in the paint. Sometimes I didn't even do that. I just existed. And the small black monster moved closer. He sat beside my bed now. His yellow eyes always on me. I don't know how many days passed. Maybe 10. Maybe 14. Then one afternoon, I heard a knock. I didn't move. I thought if I stayed still, the person would go away. Another knock. Louder this time. Then I heard a key in the lock. Liam. He has the emergency key. I gave it to him 2 years ago when I locked myself out. I forgot he had it. He walked into my bedroom. I saw his face. I saw him see me. The dirty clothes. The dark room. The cold coffee. The phone with 17 missed calls. He didn't say, "What happened to you?" He didn't say, "Just get up." He sat on the edge of the bed. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said something I will never forget. He said, "I'm here. I'm not leaving." And he didn't. He opened the curtains. I closed my eyes because the light hurt. He opened the window. Fresh air came in. I hadn't smelled fresh air in weeks. He picked up the trash. He threw away the old pizza boxes. He made new coffee. He put the cup in my hand. My fingers were shaking. I looked at him. I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say sorry. But all I could say was, "There is a small black monster in my room." He whispers to me. Liam didn't laugh. He didn't look confused. He said, "Tell me about him." And for the first time in weeks, I talked. I told him about the wait. About the whispers. About the cold coffee. About the ceiling. I told him I felt useless. I told him I felt like I was drowning in a room with no water. When I finished, Liam didn't try to fix me. He didn't give me advice. He just said, "You need to see a doctor. And I will go with you." The next morning, I tried to take a shower. It sounds simple. It wasn't. I stood up. My legs felt weak. I walked to the bathroom. The monster was sitting on the sink. His yellow eyes watching. "Go back to bed. Why are you doing this? You'll just fail anyway." I turned on the water. I stood there for 5 minutes, just looking at it. Then I stepped in. I washed my hair. I used soap. When I got out, I looked in the mirror. I didn't recognize myself. My eyes were empty. My face was pale. But I was clean. That was the first small victory. Weeks passed. Then months. I kept going to the doctor. I kept taking small steps. Some days were hard. Some days were easier. The monster didn't disappear. But now, I know he's a liar. Today, I opened the curtains myself. The sun came in. I didn't close my eyes. I let it touch my face. I made coffee. I drank it while it was hot. And I thought, I am still here. Thank you for listening. If you have your own story with depression, or your own small monster, share it in the comments. You are not alone. Maybe someone will read your story and feel a little less alone too. Take care of yourself. Take one small step today.